I've now spent over $10,000 running ChatGPT ads campaigns for my own business and clients. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 5 things that I've learned from spending over $10,000 on ChatGPT ads campaigns, so you can hopefully avoid the mistakes that I've made and make your own ChatGPT ads campaigns more profitable. Now, I'm not gonna be going through the basic stuff that you might have seen on other videos. For example, right now, there's no minimum on ChatGPT ads campaigns. Before, you needed $250,000, and there is actually pretty accurate tracking and a ChatGPT ad pixel that you can set up. I'm not gonna be going through those because I already have a full course that I'll show somewhere on the screen that will walk you through how to set up your first ChatGPT ad campaign. Now, the first thing that I've learned setting up ChatGPT ads campaigns is that OpenAI is rapidly improving the ad manager, and this can sometimes make it a little bit confusing, so you do need to make sure that you're staying up to date with the latest changes. I'll give you an example of this. Literally today, they actually introduced feeds. They're going to start running product feed ads in the OpenAI results. So this is essentially, if you're an e-commerce business, your product can show up in a row of different products as an ad, really similar to Google Shopping ads, which is not only a new format, but this is a new thing that people running ChatGPT ads campaigns are gonna have to get used to. They're gonna have to learn the best practices. So I thought this was really interesting. It literally caught me by surprise at the start of the day when I saw this. So OpenAI is constantly rolling out new things, and you'll see when you actually create your first campaign, as you can see here, you have the ability to select the campaign type. So either a standard ad campaign or a product feed ad campaign. And very, very soon they'll be rolling out conversion ad campaigns. They were actually meant to roll this out last week. However, it still hasn't fully been rolled out. So as you can tell, the ChatGPT ad manager is very, very early. So if you're watching this video, congrats, because you are in this opportunity early. And I think really as it develops, the people that are in that early are going to win because they're going to be the people that know the best practices before others do. And that ties really well onto the second thing that I've learned about the ChatGPT ad manager, and that is e-commerce is the future. I really think that for e-commerce businesses, ChatGPT ads are going to work extremely well. And I think it's something that OpenAI is going to be focused on, especially given that they've recently released product feed ads. They are also soon releasing custom audiences. So you can actually upload custom audiences to the ChatGPT ad manager to target specific people and create lookalike audiences. So I think that's going to be really interesting and something worth keeping an eye out on. However, even though I've said that I think ChatGPT ads are going to be really profitable for e-commerce businesses, we are also seeing some really good results for B2B and B2B brands. For example, these are ads that I've actually created for a client. They are a software company, a B2B software company, and you can see that we're getting some really promising traction on the early ads that I've created, getting a number of different conversions, and these ads have already been profitable for this business. And again, this is a B2B business. So even though I think that the future is going to be e-commerce, I think this platform is going to work for a wide variety of different businesses, especially given there's no minimum and OpenAI is fast improving. I think that this is definitely a space to watch. Now, moving on to the third thing that I've learned, and that is around tracking. Now, when the OpenAI ad manager initially launched and it was in a closed beta, the tracking was very, very limited. And to be honest, the analytics are still pretty thin. As you can see here, really it doesn't give you much in the way of analytics and the things that you actually want to be able to see how your ads are performing, which is a little bit frustrating, but I've definitely seen the conversion tracking improving, and I imagine that they'll do the same for the analytics. Now, when it comes to the conversion tracking, it's pretty easy to set up. You've got the ability to create a pixel and also custom events, including custom conversion events. And I have actually created a full video walking through how to set up your ChatGPT ad tracking, as well as the full course. So I'll add that somewhere on the screen here. But this is pretty easy to set up. And actually, I have seen a ton of different tools being created around ChatGPT ads that is making this even easier. So for example, this is a ChatGPT pixel helper that we actually made that will show you whether you've set up your ChatGPT ads pixel correctly, as well as also if there's any events firing on that specific page. So for example, if I head over to the ad manager and I create a conversion event, which is lead created, and I create that code, if I actually add it to that web page, so if I add it in the header of that page so that conversion code only fires on that page, as you can see here, if I press copy and add that in. So that's essentially how you would set up the tracking on a specific web page. If you're tracking things like lead generated, etc., all you would need to do is head back to this page, reload the pixel helper. And when I just reload here, you can see that it's actually showing that this event is fired, the lead created, it tells you whether it's set up correctly and gives you any tips to optimize. So it's really cool to see all these different tools being built around the ChatGPT Ad Manager in order to make it easier to create your first winning campaign. So the tracking is definitely getting better. OpenAI is improving, and you can see they recently rolled out this event stream, which essentially when you click start polling, if you actually complete a conversion on your website, it will show you here whether the event is actually moving from your website to the ChatGPT Ad Manager, which I think is particularly important given that you are actually able to do server-to-server tracking. So this gives you a more accurate way in order to track the conversion events that happen on your ChatGPT ads. So it's great to see all the things that OpenAI is doing here. And again, I've already created a full tutorial going through that. Now moving on to the fourth thing that I've learned spending over $10,000 running ChatGPT ads campaigns, and that is to ignore the recommendations that OpenAI gives you. And I'm gonna give you a couple of examples. If I actually create a campaign, so I'm gonna go here, I'm just gonna create a test campaign. I'm going to do objective clicks. I'm going to do a daily budget of $100. I'm going to select the conversion event as, I'm just going to do lead created, and then I'm going to go here. Now, when you get to the ad group level, this is where you can actually set up your targeting and also your maximum bid. So I'm going to call this test ad group. And as you can see, I've literally put nothing in the targeting. So OpenAI doesn't know who I'm actually showing these ads to. And in fact, I haven't even made the ads right now, but already it's telling me that there's strong delivery on this bid amount. Now, if I actually go down to $3, it's going to say strong delivery. But if I put $1, it's going to say may not deliver. And basically what OpenAI has done, it's only saying that it will be strong delivery if you select $3 on the minimum cost per click bid. Now, I've actually added the bid before lower than $3. I've done a $2 maximum CPC bid and my ads were still delivering. So just because OpenAI says that you need to be doing $3 does not mean that you need to follow that. Obviously, if you've ran Google ads before, you can get a pretty good indication of what your average cost per click is going to be and then use that in order to create a maximum that you're willing to pay. But just don't go in here and set, a $10, $20 maximum CPC bid. I recommend going in, picking a number, testing it, seeing if it works for your business, and then ultimately going from there. Because as you can see for the context hints, really no matter what I type in here, the recommendation does not change. So it's definitely worth testing it out. And when it comes to the context hints, this is a little bonus thing that I've learned. The context hint format that works, so context hints is your targeting. It's where you describe the conversations, topics, or keywords where your products or services may be relevant. These hints guide matching, but aren't exact match targeting rules. The format that I have found works is actually if you just briefly describe your ICP, so briefly describe your target customer, and then underneath that, list the kinds of keywords that they may be searching into ChatGPT. And this can be a mix of short tail keywords and long tail keywords. So for example, I run a ChatGPT ads agency, so I might describe that I'm looking to target marketers that are looking to drive more leads for their business. And I might list that the types of keywords that they search are ChatGPT ads agency, ChatGPT ads expert. And if you're unsure, I will add this in the description. We have also created a ChatGPT context hint generator, and this will actually create a winning context hint for your business. So I'll add links to this in the description, the extension that I showed you earlier, as well as also that free tool. And just to give you another example of why sometimes you shouldn't follow OpenAI's recommendations, you can see here that it's actually given me the action to say that I need to increase the bid. So you're often being outbid, limiting your ads delivery. And as you can see, this ad here, it's got almost 6,000 impressions, 69 clicks and 24 conversions. So it's performing pretty well, but yet OpenAI is still telling me that I need to increase the bid. And what's more, this has only been running for a few days as well. So really personally, I'm just going to ignore this recommendation. The ad is delivering pretty well. I don't think that I need to increase the bid. So that's why, again, you should just create a test. You should pick a number that makes sense for your business, run that test for a week, see how your ads are performing, and then change things from there if you really need to. Now, moving on to the fifth thing that I've learned running ChatGPT ad campaigns is that often when you publish your ads, they're going to very commonly go into review. So this is a really weird example, but you can see essentially here, these are exact duplicates of the ads that are down here. And essentially I first launched these ads. They immediately went into review, which was really frustrating. I duplicated those ads and you can see they're running completely fine. And I just think that right now OpenAI has clearly got some sort of automated review process of the ads that you put live. And very commonly they will go into review or not serving, which will obviously limit your visibility of these ads and it will stop them from serving. Now, in order to really work this out, I have actually created a tool called Focal. You can sign up for the waitlist in the description. And here you can see we've got a ChatGPT ads agent, which will analyze all of your ads, all of your campaigns, all of your ad groups. And it will tell you the specific reason why your ads are being blocked. It will also do all of your analytics. It can generate reports. So really this plugs the holes of the limitations of the ChatGPT ad manager. So here it's actually telling me why these ads that I've created are in review and not being served. And it will rewrite them so it can actually change the ads in my ad manager in order to pass these reasons that they're going into review and start delivering better and generating conversions. So yeah, that is pretty frustrating. As you can see, this ad, even though it's been serving and it's already got me a conversion, has now gone into review. So it is completely normal for this to happen. It is pretty frustrating. And if you've got any questions, you can actually join my free community Future Proof, which will be a link in the description. We'll happily review your campaigns and figure out why things aren't working. But hopefully you found this video helpful. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you do want to be at the cutting edge of ChatGPT ads, create your worst winning campaigns, and make this new channel profitable for your business. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video.